Important fact you should definitely know is you can only use bottle caps on Pokemon that are already level 100. If it's not level 100, you can't max out its IVs in any way. Now, IVs in this game, you have actually got a way in late game of checking what the stats on your Pokemon are. All you want to do is go to the battle tower up here after beating the Elite Four and speak with this researcher here on the right hand side. He will give you the judge ability. And with this, when you're in your box, you can see here on the right hand side the IVs, not directly the numbers, but pretty much like if they're good or bad of each of your Pokemon. So what we're looking out for here is any Pokemon that has best on more than a few of the stats. So as you can see here, our Mew, for example, has best on 4 different stats, which is absolutely amazing. And turns out after trading up all my evolutions, I finally went to check this, and turns out they weren't as amazing as I was hoping. Now the EVs are the hidden points that go into each stat every time we defeat a specific Pokemon. And again, this is something the game never explicitly explains to you, however it is something that is known from quite a long time in pretty much every generation of Pokemon games. So depending on what Pokemon you defeat, every single time you defeat one, you get 1 hidden point put into one stat depending on what Pokemon that was. So let's say you defeat a Geodude in combat. Every time you defeat a Geodude, you get plus 1 point into your defense stat that never really shows up anywhere. However, it is there, and they do have a limit of how many you can get. So when you are training for perfect EVs, if you want specific stats really high, you do need to be careful on exactly what Pokemon you are defeating with that Pokemon. Now, I've explained this just so you guys know what we're talking about when you hear people talk about EV training. Now on these remakes, luckily, you don't really need to EV train at all. The reason for this is that you can buy the vitamins such as protein, zinc, calcium, which artificially boost these stats permanently, and you can just buy as many as you like of these as long as you have enough cash. Now you could always buy these items in previous games before, however previously you would have a limit of how much you could artificially boost these stats. In this, you can literally artificially boost these stats as much as you like until you reach the limit, completely by feeding them vitamins without the need to have a single fight. Which is kind of cool depending on what side of the fence you're on. Some people enjoy the EV training even though it can be quite tedious. It is a pretty major part of the competitive scene. Which I guess we should end this video on a note of how to get a ton of money really fast. Simply for the reason, if we are going to be feeding our Pokemon all these vitamins, we're going to need a lot of cash as they are really expensive. Luckily for us, in this version of the game, there's actually a really easy way of making loads of money, which I was a bit hesitant put in this video as literally everybody has already uploaded this one, but I thought I would include it anyway as it is quite a nice find. The first thing we're going to need is the Amulet Coin, which is simply an item we can equip onto our Pokemon, and if that Pokemon participated in the battle, at the end of the fight, we get double the amount of money we'd usually get. You can get the Amulet Coin by going to Heart Home City and then going up to Amenity Square. Once you're in Amenity Square, you want to go to these hut cave sort of things on the top right hand side, and inside you'll find the Amulet Coin. So just throw that on your whichever Pokemon you're going to use for farming money. And then we're going to go down here to Route 212, just to the left of the Trophy Garden. Now here we're going to find this couple of old Pokemon trainers. They aren't actually a double fight though. What we want to do is we want to fight one and then the other one. And we'll notice they only have 1 Pokemon each. And when we have the Amulet Coin equipped, each one is going to drop us a whopping 16,000 Pokédollars. And this is where the Versus Seeker comes into play. If we just sort of walk around for a little bit, not long, you can just go to the house and back maybe a couple of times. And when you come back, you can use the Versus Seek, which will make it so you can refight the same trainers that are close by. And the good thing is, if you use it right in the middle of them, you can actually reactivate both of them at the same time, so you can re-challenge both of them. Each one of them, like I said, has 1 Pokemon, you can wipe them out really easily, get 16,000, fight the other one, get another 16,000, walk around for a little bit, come back, and then do the same thing as many times as you like. And it can be really helpful if you are planning on buying those vitamins for your EVs. Anyway guys, that is it. As usual, definitely leave in the comments down below if you found these tips useful, or if you have any other great tips you would like to share with the community if you are a veteran player. I hope you did find this video helpful.